y'all doing tonight? Well, I am Michaela J. Rodriguez, and I am not only a trans woman, but I am a Afro-Latina proud trans woman. So I just want to first and foremost, I want to say thank you to the HRC for considering me for this award. It is an incredible privilege to speak on human rights in general, and I am truly honored to be speaking to each and every last one of you here today. So y'all deserve a round of applause. So, when I entered this year, I thought I was going to be talking about, moments that were new topics like climate change, but don't nobody ever ask me about that, so, I digress. But, how can I talk about that when there are over 400 anti-queer bills that have been introduced across the country? I have to speak up for my community, right? My people, particularly those who have been silenced, which not only makes this a queer issue, but a universal issue. Soon, women, youth, people of color, the unhoused, the underprivileged, they will be under attack. And though the attacks are centered around us right now, we all share a collective pain that will have a ripple effect across all communities. I remember growing up in Jackson, New Jersey, and feeling free. When I was 4 years old, I had no knowledge of the restrictions that society wanted to place on my body or on my existence, my light, the boxes they wanted to fit me in, the standards they wanted me to uphold. I had full autonomy to be just me. And I thank my mama, my daddy, and my other dad, so hey y'all. I will say their freedom encouraged my freedom, and it encouraged me to simply exist as I was. I'm sure Kelly will understand this one. I went to Bible study every Wednesday. And though I didn't retain everything in that big old book, there were 3 words that stuck with me. One was love. I know it's cheesy, but we'll touch upon that later. And the second 2 words were, I am. When Moses was spoken to by the Creator, and Moses posed the question, who are you? The Creator said, I am who I am. And if y'all don't know about it, it's Exodus chapter 3, verse 4, so go check it out. I never saw myself as a separate from the entity or the Creator. I always saw myself as one whole, or at least a piece. So I would always find those words just profound. They didn't come with restraints. They didn't come with ties. They didn't come with chains. And child, they didn't even come with money, which would have been cute, but but as vague as it sounds, they actually came with ease, simplicity, serenity. So I did just that. I did what I had to do, and I lived my life by those standards. At least I'm trying. The people in this room are small, a very small subset of society. The majority of you know trans and queer individuals, if you're not one yourself. However, there are people who haven't, believe it or not, and probably have and do not know, so heads up, we are watching you. I would encourage anyone who is watching this speech tonight, watching it from their homes, that before you make a judgment about someone or someone else's life, that you take time to get to know them and try to understand them. I can promise you, we do not bite. So it's clear that we're in a time in 2023 where we continue to have politicians drenched in privilege, collusion, tyranny, and injustice. Individuals who should not be the example or be making decisions for children and teens who they are not the parents of. And quite honestly, it is none of your business. These men and some of these women want to tell queer kids that they know who they are better than themselves, better than their parents, better than their doctors, their medical professionals, psychiatrists, and people who most importantly love them. And it's mentally and physically killing them. You know, last year, the Trevor Project found that 18% of queer youth, 13 through 18, attempted to commit suicide and have seriously considered to take their own life. It's kind of baffling, huh? But the CDC's research found that most important factors in all of this change is to create more supportive schools and school environments. So now, I ask, how can we change when the government is forcing legislation down our throats and limiting empathy and kindness to ostracized queer youth? Vote. Vote again. Child, keep voting. And the reason why I tell you this is because and I'm sure my other trans sisters in this room will understand, we do not want to be disposable. And I know if we were to stop voting, the power, our power that we hold will be taken away. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did have an understanding of voting, but now I understand in front of all of you as a fully actualized, grown, mature woman. I've learned that it's not just the presidency, but it's the states and local officials that create these dangerous laws. So we are especially depending on you in this audience here tonight. I refuse to let this be just another speech at a gala, no. This conversation does not just end here in this room. One tweet is not enough. One signature is not enough. One donation, it ain't enough. But your voices, they're powerful. So I say, your voices must carry until we are fully protected under the law. We need each other. All right, y'all, so on a lighter note, because it got real dark, I will say I was in the shower this morning and I was having a conversation with my girl, Mary Jane. If you don't know her, check her out. She's really nice. And I have to say there was a lot going on in my mind before I came here in the shower. And the words love was in repetition in my head, and it constantly repeats. And I kept getting this kind of familiar feeling of warmth and safety and comfort. And as I stood there in the shower, it felt so good. In a serene state, I heard the phrase, love with conditions could possibly be the fall of a nation or humanity. But love without condition, well, I'm sure you know what that harbors. Tremendous and groundbreaking power. So I want to take a time to thank the people in my life right now. Mama Audrey, who's not here tonight, I thank you. I thank that woman for giving me my stripes to womanhood, for raising me from a little girl to a strong Black Latina trans woman. I would like to thank my dad and my Papa D, who's over there in the audience. I want to say a tremendous thank you to you, because you were the image of what a true, strong Black man is like, raising a young Black trans daughter. And lastly, I want to thank my team, who are all colors of the rainbow over there, who share in my views with changing the world and having a better place. So I guess there's two last things I have to say. One, look what love can do. And lastly, I am who I am. Thank you.